Right, welcome along to the Broadcasting Lounge. We've got some exciting racing for you tonight. Coming to you from the tropics in Florida, and I think we've come here in the rainy season because, as you can see, it is absolutely coming down. And the angle of that rain will tell you there's a fair bit of wind out there as well. Leon joins me on the Broadcasting Lounge tonight. Some tricky conditions for the guys out there tonight, Leon.
Absolutely, yeah, and this rain's not showing too much sign of letting up. So the weather gods have certainly put it on for the boys here. Some really fast cars and some tricky cars to drive in the weather, of course. But yeah, she's gonna make for an interesting one, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yet to have any wet racing so far this season in HPR, but tonight is certainly making up for lost time in that regard. It is coming down, and although it looks to have eased up momentarily on the pitches there, but we are expecting rain throughout the session. Obviously, probably varying intensities as seems to happen with rain, but we will see how it all pans out.
Yeah, I do see a wee bit of respite coming there within the hour, sort of thing. But it doesn't look to be favouring us today. Obviously, a 50-minute race. So yeah, if we don't get it done within that time, then
So a quick look at where we are tonight, round 4 of the MRP HPR series here at Daytona. 12 turn circuit, counted 8 to the left, which would mean 4 to the right. 26 degrees air temperature today, 80% humidity, and plenty of that humidity falling out of the sky on an overcast day, and 13-kilometre wind at the moment as well. So that explains the angle that we were seeing that rain come down.
Yeah, love it. Absolutely bucketing down, and it's still 26 degrees.
Yep, we are in the tropics, we are in Florida, and I think generally when your side of the world is in summer, that side of the world's tropics tend to be in the rainy season. So the northern hemisphere is in summer, so presumably rainy season in Florida at the moment.
Lucky them.
Absolutely.
Not so lucky for me because it's cold down in Christchurch tonight.
So a quick look at the results from qualifying. So we've got Stephen McCartan on pole tonight for GTP, Michael Vanderhaas there in second, Christian Jenkins and Jack Hintz make up the second row, then Aaron Goodrick, Christian Hermansen. That's just reset itself. Actually, I think we are heading into the gridding period now, so we can probably even look at the grid in a slightly different fashion in an actual grid layout. So here we go. Jack Hintz rounding out the second row, as I mentioned, then Aaron Goodrick, Christian Hermansen, Wayne Hartnell and Matthew Gerard. Following on from Matthew, we've got Thomas McCall, Leon Weir, I don't think is going to be actually joining the grid, and then Dan Turner, I think, didn't put a qualifying lap in, and then we've got Taylor Mitchell going to be the first of the GT3s there taking pole position in that from Paul Blomqvist. Then we've got Dylan Petch, Darren Lobb and Jason Bigby. Then Roger Forbert, Blake Greenhill, Shane McLeod. Actually, I think I've jumped ahead a bit. I've skipped a few. What have I done there?
We missed out Quinn Wilson and Leith Swinney in there.
Quinn Wilson, yep. Quinn Wilson and Leith Swinney. Here we go. No, I'll get it right eventually.
Surely.
Here we go. Surely. Quinn Wilson and Leith Swinney, then Roger Forbert, Blake Greenhill, Shane McLeod, Ben McMurray, Daniel Hederscheid and Nico Cordia. And then we can go back to the back of the grid, which is just myself and Wayne Bloor. So Wayne's disconnected, and I'm obviously going to be busy up here as well. So we can jump down trackside and we can see these GTPs already making their way around on the formation lap. Get rid of that grid and get some data up for you.
Let's do it. Yeah, Taylor Mitchell, obviously a force to be reckoned with at the moment. He's kicking ass there in the V8s and obviously the GTPs here as well. So yeah, he's doing bloody well. Obviously, another force to be reckoned with is going to be Stefan McCarthy in there. What an absolute weapon, mate. Cleared the field by, what, 3 seconds, just over 3 seconds. So kudos there, mate. That's bloody impressive wheel work. I think he's pretty well seasoned when it comes to this track and that car, though. Guy that we did Daytona 24 with, just gone. Well, when I say just gone, I mean many months ago, but you know what I mean.
Absolutely, and they're away in these tricky conditions, heading over the line, taking the green flag and heading on down towards turn 1. Sorry about that, looking at the wrong field there from the camera, but we can see the GTPs making their way through turn 1 now, heading down through the S's, snaking their way down and into turn 4 here. And we can see an incident for the GT3s in turn 1. Taylor Mitchell going around from the front. He's going to drop all the way to the back. And looks like Adam Hughes also caught up in that, just backing up. And there's another MRX car facing the wrong way, just up ahead. That's going to be Shane McLeod. So those guys just rejoining there.
Crikey, she's all happening already. Oh, Woodward. So he's managed to have himself a wee accident. What's happened there?
Well, wet conditions, but still plenty of speed for the GTP cars coming off the banking here. And piling on down through the bus stop now as well. Oh, I've heard a car going off there. I think that was Matt Gerard just going straight ahead at the bus stop there. But it's going to be Stephen McCartan already out to a 3-second lead over Christian Jenkins. Lap 1 in the GTPs there. And meanwhile Darren Lobb having a big fight with Paul Blomqvist over P1 and GT3. They are side by side through the banking. Coming onto the pit straight. Yeah, brakes into turn 1, wet conditions. Who's got the ideal line? Who's going to read the grip the best and carry the lead into turn 1? It's going to be Paul just edging ahead, and does he get it pulled up? He runs a bit wide, bit of contact, and Darren's lost it into the wall.
Hobby's round.
And just nicely holding the brake there. Oh, a couple of guys coming through and getting caught off guard a little bit on the racing line, but Darren doing the right thing and just keeping it there until he gets a good gap to be able to rejoin. So that was obviously not ideal for Darren, not what he would have wanted, but absolutely doing the right thing to make sure he rejoined nice and safely there.
Yeah, tricky conditions, that's for sure.
Bit of a battle going on here as Taylor Mitchell making his way back up through the field after his early incident, just dispatching Louis Robinson in at, I believe, turn 6 there. Or maybe, no, it was turn 6, and he's got Bill Kilgour just up ahead of him now as the next car he will be looking to get by, and Taylor certainly showing he's up to speed in the wet conditions and doing a great job to just go offline and get that car easily around Bill Kilgour. Almost looked like he was standing still, but I can assure you Bill's tried. He's always a trier, and yeah, Taylor just doing a fantastic job in these conditions.
Ooh, Jackins, is that a big one?
Don Petts just putting a move on Louis Robinson into the bus stop there. I've heard someone getting loose. Bill Kilgour. He's gone around at the bus stop. Looks like he's managed to keep it out of the wall. He'll wait to rejoin nice and safely. He's got plenty of space to just cut inside that curb and get back on after the exit of the bus stop there.
The trier himself, eh? He's getting back into it. That a boy. another wee bit of side by side here.
Yeah, Dylan Petch and Louis Robinson still going at it. And Dylan's just going to ease in front into the braking zone for turn 1. Always run a bit wide. He hit that puddle on the braking line there, and Louis looped it. Louis, I think, just trying to hold it that little bit tighter, recognising Dylan was going wide, and obviously Louis didn't want to run out wide into him, but just trying to hold that tighter line, unloaded the rear a bit, and went around on him in the wet conditions.
Yeah, well, she's going to be a battle of attrition tonight, isn't it? 50 minutes in these conditions. Crikey, these boys are braver than I am, that's for sure. Hence why I'm up here with you, mate, and not down there racing.
Yeah, it's certainly tricky out there, and
so, like the spray off that car there, you'd be able to see nothing behind them. It really goes to, you know, it makes my respect a hell of a lot. Gives me respect for these drivers in real life that manage to do this. They've got, you know, big cojones. Like, I don't know how they manage to fit in the cars with cojones that big, you know, when they're driving behind someone on the range.
yeah, absolutely. Dylan managing to get out of that spray. Bit more visibility as he heads down in towards the bus stop, and now it's going to be Jason's turn to get a face full of spray off the back of that Porsche. But little moment there might be a blessing in disguise as it gets him a bit further back out of that spray, but certainly you can see just how thick it is there, and even how much rain is falling on the windscreen in between wiper strokes. I just about need a full speed setting on them, don't they, to clear the water a bit quicker.
From that far back, you still know there's a car there, but
so we can go back and have a look at some of the earlier data now that things have settled on. So Taylor Mitchell was the first one to go around. He actually dropped behind Paul Blomqvist off the start and just making contact there and going around. A little bit awkward, maybe catching a bit of a puddle that he wasn't expecting, and oh!
Who was that?
That was, I'll find his name, Adam Hughes it was. So he won't be best pleased, will he, Adam? But
no, I highly doubt it. No, that was an interesting manoeuvre to make, for sure.
we also saw Shane McLeod having a moment just after that, and it was Blake Greenhill, absolutely 90 degrees to the track, and Shane McLeod just nowhere to go.
Yeah, couldn't do anything about that.
Unfortunately, I'm not. We do have Blake Greenhill going off track, so we might be able to pick up a bit more of what went on there. So he's just hopped off that curb, made light side-by-side contact with, I think that was Nico Cordier, and then just comes back into the side of him, just completely out of control.
Not ideal. I think Blake had a wee trip to the pit lane for his troubles there as well.
Yeah, it certainly looks like he was struggling there. As I press the live button, it's bringing up all the MRP signage, but it's not going back to live for me.
Oh, that's helpful.
Very.
Oh, Jack's really struggling to get that car pulled up as well. There's 2 times he's gone off the end of the straight there and gone into the runoff. Yeah, must be really struggling with the conditions there. And now we've just got MRP silence, so that's good.
Yeah. I'll just be a little bit clever and see if I can do this before it goes away and go back to live manually. I think you probably still saw my UI under the MRP signage, but yeah, we're back to live anyway.
Sweet as.
What have we got going on out there? Darren Lobb.
There's heaps going on.
Oh, there's a car backing up there. Oh, apologies for the lagging on my stream there. Hopefully that sorts itself out.
Absolute carnage here. Absolute carnage. Oh. Feel free to drop the Discord one if you want, mate. If you want it to help out the stream a wee bit, I can do what I can from my end.
Okay, let's see if that works. Oh yeah, that looks like it's instantly made a big difference. So
Lovely jubbly. That's what we like to hear. I've got a Dan Nolan here in the comments that says, would you rather these conditions or the fog we get in the V8s? I don't know, Dan. I think you'd have to ask Sean McNamara about that one. I think he far prefers the fog. I think I'd prefer the rain, but you know, we get fog every week, so I'm going to say that definitely the fog. Yeah, it looks like that's cleaned that up a hell of a lot better, mate.
yeah, well, we had fog in the GT3s last week actually, and ironically, Sean wasn't very impressed with the stream with it.
Good.
But no, this week we managed to get rid of the fog, but the water's falling out of the sky instead of hanging around in the air.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. It's always the way, though, isn't it?
Absolutely. Oh, this is tight. Jason Bigby and Quinn Wilson going side by side into turn 1. And Taylor Mitchell just in behind, already making his way back up to P5 in GT3.
Very good, very good.
And Jason just running a little bit wide. That might open the door for Taylor.
I just want to bump my my mic up just a fraction there, if you can, Shane. Oh,
I can probably manage that.
make you see it. Crikey, that was close. And as a GTP car comes through there as well.
And away goes all visibility.
Yeah. He went back for it though.
Taylor managing to make his way through.
Yeah. Just about. Crikey. Could have gone worse. Surely our incident points are starting to stack up. We have 15 tonight, do we? Or
Should be 17, I think, for a drive-through.
17?
And then
17
another,
for a drive-through. Yep.
and then another 17, and then if you manage to get to 40, you're out of here.
You're out of here, he says. Which is distinctly possible.
Absolutely, in these conditions.
Looks like Mr. Wayne Hartnell, he's up to 11 incident points. Nico Cordia, 11 as well. We've got Adam Hughes, he appears to have a black flag. Yeah, not for incident points, however. Whether that be for the cutting something and not giving the time up fast enough, or whether that's something else, I'm not sure. I didn't give it to him. I can tell you that for free.
I hope I didn't give it to him. I've been known to accidentally boot people out of races in the past during streams, so I'm not ruling anything out.
Yeah. And hey, I don't think I'm playing it.
Wow, that was tight between Taylor and Quinn there. Quinn just trying to get back across to the racing line and then realising that Taylor had a mega exit out of the International Horseshoe. Tell you what, these drone shots are giving us a great illustration of where some of those puddles are. And you can see the different lines that Taylor's taking to get around some of those puddles. Certainly a big one forming at the bottom of the banking there. Bit of a battle going on in the GTP class now. Last time I looked, these guys were all spread out, but we've got Christian Hermansen just 0.2 ahead of Michael van der Haas.
Oh, yeah, don't stay behind him. That's a terrible idea.
Well,
it does mess with your brakes there, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a bit of a trying to think of the right word, but you got a choice to make as you're sitting behind another car around these fast sections. Do you take the draft and get rid of the visibility, or do you just pop out of the spray, see where you're going, and give up that draft?
Yeah, I can tell you for free that the brake markers on the right-hand side there going into that bus stop. Yeah, no, you cannot see them when you're behind a car, so you've got to take a chance and either rely on the person in front of you to, rely on them and use them as a brake marker, or just pulse in, or like you say, pop out a wee bit and see where it is, and then get back into it. Oh,
Yeah, absolutely. These guys catching Darren at a bit of a missed opportune time, and I think Michael just getting hurt by that a little bit more than Christian did as well, catching him having to go around the outside of the international horseshoe.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, we got our roaming reporter just joining us.
Oh, look out! He's here.
Tell us where you're joining us from, Corey.
Hold on, can I guess it? Hold on. What time did I meet up with you? You've got to be. Oh, did you go Kaikoura ways?
Can't hear him right at the moment. He popped in and said hello, but we haven't got Corey able to hear us at the moment, or we're not able to hear him. I'm guessing Ben's race hasn't gone too well. He's just popped into the broadcasting lounge.
We're in here. Do a bit of commentary instead.
For it, mate.
Yeah.
Got to be done sometimes.
It was good until then, running in top 5 and then boom, off.
Yeah.
Going for a move.
Tricky conditions, man.
Yeah, I thought old Rodney braked a bit earlier than I expected, and then boom, I'm off into barriers. That was on me. All on me. I thought I had
mate. Well, mate, you can come up here and join us silly buggers instead, and we can laugh at all the people that are running off.
Yeah.
It's way better for the soul. Way better for the soul.
Can't actually see the screen to commentate on, so we're just commentating on thin air here. But...
We are. We're doing it for the goodness of the stream, you see.
Yeah, unfortunately, sharing my screen in Discord was just putting a bit too much pressure on my system with the rain, so had to sacrifice that for the benefit of the overall stream.
We have to make these hard decisions sometimes, don't we? Matthew Gerard managing to get in front of. Oh, there's a Corey pop back in. Corey.
I am here. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, buddy.
We can just hear you. I'll try and increase your volume.
You might have to do that. I'm currently still driving hands-free, of course.
Of course.
The great Napa hand delivery.
The great Napa hand delivery. For those at home that aren't aware, we've got a roaming reporter that's travelling his way, basically up the entire country. So he's got a wee special gift in his waka there from Napa, and we're hoping to give it away to someone on his way up to Auckland. So if you're between Christchurch and Auckland, then he'll be posting a map of where he's going and where he's coming from, and hopefully you can catch up with him, get yourself a free car cleaning bucket, and maybe a swift handshake and maybe a cuddle if you're nice to him as well. Corey, whereabouts are you, mate? I said if you've gone Kaikoura ways, then you'll be close to there. Yeah, lost him again.
Yeah, we lost Corey again, unfortunately.
That's what happens when you're roaming reporter. Our pit lane reporter's taking things to a whole new level, isn't he?
He's actually trying to get somewhere near Florida, nearer to Florida than he was anyway.
I heard you can catch a ferry from Picton to Daytona.
Well, if they hit the autopilot button at the wrong time, they probably would be more likely to get you to Florida than Wellington.
I'd say, depending on what company you choose to take the journey, you're probably more likely to end up on a bank than Florida, to be completely honest. But I could be wrong, and I hate to take the mickey out of our national carrier, but whoopsie daisy. Hey Corey, we'll come back to you, mate. We'll come back to you.
Oh.
How's it looking on your end there, Mr. Shane? I obviously can't see anything, so I'm just going. Oh, is he back? Is he back?
Hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, we got you.
Oh, that's good.
Oh
Where are
yeah,
you?
bit clearer and louder too, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just stopped in
boy.
Kaikoura.
I was wrong. Oh, there you go.
So I've just come into Kaikoura now. So I don't think we've got any Kaikoura sim races in the building.
Doesn't
No,
mean
I
we
don't
don't
think
have
so.
any Kaikoura viewers though.
We may have
Yeah,
some
well,
time
if
for
you're
review.
in Kaikoura and you're real fast, get to the main road and you can have a car gear bucket. If not, then Blenheim will be the next stop, and I should be there in about an hour and a half, sort of hour 45.
I'm completely okay with you throwing road spikes down to stop him to get that car cleaning bucket as well. That's fine. as long as you can fix his tyres by 2 o'clock to get him on the ferry up to Wellington.
Yeah. No, I've got to be there about 1 a.m. But at the moment, I'm looking to get in there about 11 because I'm always on time, Leon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, never late.
Oh, what I heard is you need to hold the line because love isn't always on time. But I could be wrong.
Yeah,
Great Toto song.
that's an interesting one. And how's the racing going tonight, anyway, gents? Give me some rundown of what's going on. I'm blind.
It's going great. It's really dry out there. There's absolutely no moisture on the track whatsoever. There hasn't even been one crash yet. Great. Yep, great. No, she's absolutely bucketing down, mate. She's pretty moist out there. Yeah, she's pretty moist out there. But we are starting to get into the lesser moist part of the weather, so maybe it's going to dry out and we're going to have some interesting racing for the last 25 minutes. But we'll see.
Yeah, well, it's certainly still looking very moist on track. No compulsory pit stops for these guys tonight either, but they are limited on fuel, so more than likely they will be needing to come in and top up their fuel at some point. Whether they choose to do tyres at that time is entirely up to them. Presumably if it dries out, they'll be wanting to swap these wets for some slicks. If it doesn't, they may be better off just keeping the warm, wet tyres on.
Yeah, sure.
Now we have just seen, I don't know about your screen, but I've just seen a crash between our leaders in the GT3 class, or podium getters between Quinn Wilson and...
Oh, Taylor Mitchell caught up again, has he? So we can certainly go back and have a look at that.
Yeah, he's had a wee spin there, and interesting rejoin.
Oh!
Interesting rejoin.
Just getting caught up with the
tagged by
GTP
Wayne
car
Hartnell,
going around
wasn't he?
Wayne Hartnell,
Yeah.
And Taylor's rejoins have not been great tonight.
No, there was some noise of that on the mic coming through there, which I don't think Quinn was overly stoked about. It's Quinn now missing a front bumper, is he? So yeah, he'll be down on downforce in a place where I would say you'd kind of want it in this sort of weather. But
Yeah, absolutely, you'd want it.
and his bumper has magically fixed itself. How good?
Not on my end, it hasn't.
Is it not? Oh,
Some,
it is on mine.
somehow, though, he's got a splitter without a bumper.
So that's fine.
That's a fine splitter. I tell you what, though, engineers are getting clever.
They are. I mean, you can certainly see all the struts on that splitter attached directly to the chassis, so it's actually, obviously on that Merc, the splitter physically not attached to the bumper itself, and he's managed to break off the bumper without breaking off the mounting points to that splitter, so well done.
Yeah, very good.
Taylor Mitchell putting all sorts of pressure on him now though, and actually Taylor just peeling off into the pits.
Yeah, I'd say Taylor will be looking to probably get some repairs, won't he?
Certainly looks that way as he comes down pit lane. going up on the jacks. So actually, the fact that he's gone up on the jacks in these cars would tell me he's taking tyres. Not like the V8s where they have to go up on the jacks for refueling.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
contact between Quinn Wilson and Darren Lobb. Somehow Darren Lobb kept it
on the road.
dead straight. Quinn Wilson had a big slide, but as you say, Ben kept it on the road and keeps going.
Argy-bargy, isn't she?
Sure is.
I just had Stonesy coming in there. He's throwing his 2 cents through, so I'm assuming Stonesy is instinct XXXXXXX hot singles in your area. Well, no, I would have thought it would be attached to the front bumper, bro, but he's just saying that yeah, it would be part of the under tray. I would have thought it'd be attached to the front bumper, but hey, I'm no GT3 mechanic, so I can't say too much there.
Well, it certainly appears as though it is part of the front, part of the under tray on this Merc, but
let's just ignore the fact for a second that he smashed the front bumper off without managing to break the splitter off.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, you'd think the splitter would be the first thing to hit something the way it sticks out.
High racing physics, mate. We love them. That's what we keep coming back for. That's what we're here for. Rightio, what else we got going on here? Oh, yeah, these incident points are starting to stack up. Wayne Hartnell, 15. Nico, 14. Adam Hughes, 12.
Quinn's got himself one more, as well as Jason Bigby getting one, or probably a couple more for each of them, actually.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's unfortunate place for that to happen. Oh, I'll just put it out there that young Taylor has thrown his hand up and apologised for that rejoin. So good on you, man. That's the best thing you can do in that sort of situation. Is whoops, moving on. Sorry, off we go. So good on you, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect.
Yep,
so,
sure.
yeah, good to see him owning up to that, and I'm sure everybody will move on and get on with it.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, while I'm here looking at these incident points, I would just like to throw a special mention out to Roger Forbert, Stefan McCartane, Chris Deluski.
Oh, no.
All of these 3 guys, all on 0 incident points. What have we got? Dylan Petch, have we?
No, I think we're about to lose the stream by the look of this.
Oh, no. Oh, Paul Bloomquist crash. Oh, goodness, what's he done?
And we got one of the ANZ CR or L as well. We got every week.
Apologies, people watching at home. We will do our best to get this sorted and be back with you in a moment.
Oh, yeah, we are a bit dead, aren't we?
Alright, apologies for that everyone. We're back up and running now. Hopefully we can stick with this to the end. We got over halfway, so hopefully we can get the rest of the race in without any more issues.
Hopefully. And we're back. Yeah, no, she's back up. She's looking alright.
And these two rapid individuals have managed to find themselves on track together in amongst all the trouble they've been having tonight.
So top 3 in each class. In the GTP class, we have Stefan McCartan, of course, in P1.
Absolutely.
Michael van der Haas, I think 52 seconds behind them, and then right off minute 44, so really well spread out GTP class. I can't quite give you the deltas in the GT3 class, but we do have Dylan Shepherd, of course, leading in that red and black Porsche with Paul Blomqvist and Darren Lobb chasing behind.
7 seconds between Dylan Shepherd and Paul. Paul obviously having a wee bit of drama there earlier, got pushed back. And we got Darren Lobb 31 seconds behind him, followed by Taylor Mitchell, who Taylor Mitchell's had a few issues tonight as well, unfortunately. But all part of the fun, isn't it?
Depends how you look at it, whether you want to call it a fun or otherwise.
I'm prepared to call it fun. Just fun for us. Don't worry about the drivers. What are they? Don't worry about them.
Jack Hints is certainly having a bit of fun, sitting there in P4 and just 0.2 seconds off Christian Jenkins in front of him.
Yeah.
No, sorry, he's got Christian Hermansen 0.2 behind. I was thinking it didn't look that close, but I was looking at the numbers the wrong way, that's why.
That'll do it.
And
Yeah,
Christian...
he's had quite a few issues tonight, Jack. Just can't quite get in the groove with the wet weather there by the looks of it.
Yeah, it is certainly very hard in these cars. I know in my experience from the Sebring 12 Hour being the first endurance race after they rolled rain out, got a lot of rain in that race, and yeah, the GTPs, of which I was one of the GTP drivers, we were just absolutely struggling once the rain came down. And
Yeah.
the tyre, the wet tyre that they've got doesn't seem to clear a lot of water, as I think that might have been Quinn Wilson going slow there, it was.
Yeah, Quinn Wilson's had a wee bit of a mare. Yeah, gone off. Oh, yeah, just looped it under brakes.
So
Ricky.
from Jack's onboard, I thought Quinn might have had a bit of damage. It looked like there might have been a bit of damage, but I think that was just the colouring of his front bumper there, so looks like it's okay. Got the white car with the chrome shrink wrap across the front bumper and rear bumper as well. Not chrome, carbon fibre I should say. I knew it started with C.
Yeah, something like that, eh?
And green wheels. Interesting choice, but I don't know, I kind of like it.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't mind it. I'm not overly opposed to it. Jenkins had another one. Man, he is in the wars tonight, isn't he? Right. Another wee loop on the brakes. Yeah.
We can see what happened to Jack. Oh, yeah, just locking the rears there. Maybe a bit too much rear bias, needing to wind it forward a bit more in the wet conditions.
Yeah. I doubt many people have a proper wet setup for this, but
My live button's still not working.
that's alright, I can't see it, so you're fine, man. We got Stefan McCartan 141.42 best lap, right off Jenkins 143. So even in race trim, we've still got a 2-second deficit there. So I'm absolutely not surprised that he is doing damage right now.
You guys in the lounge with me wouldn't have noticed because you can't see what I'm looking at, but some of you guys watching at home might have noticed just how much Taylor was having to turn right into a left-hander there on the brakes into turn 7, and just the rear sliding out under brakes and having to turn back the other way before he even got to the corner.
Yeah, no, I definitely didn't see that.
People at home are watching on board with Taylor as he's in behind Darren Lobb, and pretty much all Taylor can see is that much improved from its first release rain light on the back of that Mercedes. Much was said about the rain light when rain was first released. You couldn't see it until you were right on the car behind when you were in the spray, where they managed to improve that and it actually does its job. You can see that rain light through all the spray.
Certainly, and the opening lap, especially lap 1, turn 1, very helpful, and that was for a lot of us our braking point.
Absolutely.
It was still drama though.
Still enough drama. Wouldn't be SuperCars in the race.
No.
Oh!
Floor.
Taylor with the big correction in the kink at turn 5 through the infield section, normally flat out in dry conditions, but it just broke sideways on him. He had to get right out of the throttle and give it a massive handful of opposite lock.
Oh, Nico has served. Oh, no, he hasn't. One incident point away. He's just come on the comments in the YouTube and said that this is back from lap 1. He's had a shocker. No, I can't blame you for that, mate. But one incident point left, buddy. You can do it. You can do it.
Oh. Darren having a big slide through the bus stop, managed to gather it up, but it's given Taylor a bit of momentum advantage here, and he's going to tuck into that draft, actually getting close enough that we can start to read the MRP signage on the back of the car. And if you can't read the MRP on the back bumper, well, you can read it in the top right corner of the stream, because they just happen to sponsor this series.
Well, look at that. Need to give him some coverage then.
Oh, you thought about pulling out. Trouble is, there's really only one ideal line for braking into turn 1. Anywhere off that, and it's just puddles.
Yep.
And it seems we might have had a wee ding-dong between Paul Blomqvist and Tom McCullough lapping VTP and Racing G3 there.
Unfortunately, I'm not getting any data on that on my end.
Certainly sounds like it over the radio.
It does sound like it.
Might be a good thing I remember to turn that off at the start of the race tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing. Definitely a good thing. It's all go, mate. It's all go. These boys may need to have a wee talking to after this race. I get it's been stressful for everyone, but yeah, gotta take it easy.
Well, Taylor having the big slide coming through turn 7 onto the banking, and that's just allowed Darren to skip away just a wee bit, almost out to a second there. And Taylor's certainly pushing into the bus stop to try and make that time up, and he's managed to keep it held together pretty nicely and has closed that gap up now to 0.6, so very good
Nice.
run through the bus stop on that occasion from Taylor.
Yeah, very nice.
Well, as good as this onboard looks, I suppose we should look at something else.
I suppose. You kind of have to, don't you? Terrible, terrible.
We'll stuck a couple of drones up there around the circuit tonight as well. This one watching through the infield and actually gives us a good view of a good portion of the track all the way through the infield and then out onto the banking, down the back straight, through the bus stop if it gets into the right place.
Good job programming those drones tonight there. Okay.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, we appreciate it very much so. Won't have to get the old shotgun out and take them down because they're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I'm just seeing them in a slightly delayed fashion, about 20-30 seconds behind.
Hey, at least you're seeing them.
Yep, definitely seeing them.
Oh, Taylor going wide there.
That worked quite well though, because him going wide, he went wide at another corner about 20 seconds ago, so that worked out quite alright with your commentary there, with what I'm seeing. We can't argue with that. Oh.
Just disappearing behind the Ferris wheel for a moment there, but getting them back here. And then as they come into the banking, we can even pick them up out the other side on our other drone hanging around the pits.
Oh, he's got it all stuff. Look at you go, eh? Look
So
at
they
you.
aren't able to see the plane. Always seeing the rain enabled.
Well, I thought they would have got some full wet tyres sorted for that thing, surely. 'Cause you never know what you're going to need to land on. Weather's always changing. We really need to have a talk to Boeing's engineers. I know they've got enough problems on their hand at the moment, but yeah, not good enough, guys.
So it doesn't matter too much.
No, don't worry about that. We're
Well,
worried about what's happening in iRacing.
In saying that, while visibility actually looks not too bad when you're not on the spray here on the track, when you do look behind the stands where the Daytona International Airport is located, it does look a bit foggy, so maybe they've shut the airport for fog.
Yeah, it's got potential. Yeah, there's potential. And judging by the radar there, it might be clearing in a wee bit. So if we could get some of those aircraft engines, those jetliners to turn this way and hopefully blow some of the rain away, that would be fantastic. Oh,
5 minutes to dry the track, you reckon?
yeah, I reckon. Quinn has just had a wee bump there from Dylan Petch.
Teammate and teammate there.
I've got Dylan Petch passing Quinn Wilson, so...
Have a look.
Still going at it.
Wee
And,
bump.
Oh, yeah, that's that tricky little spot there. We saw Blake have his moment there at the start of the race, and yeah, I think just tripping over each other as they both sort of slid over the curbs a little bit.
But they didn't die. We're good. We're
Absolutely. They'll live to die another day.
in the clear. Looks like, unfortunately, Nico has picked up his black flag for incident points there after having a wee crash. So he is our first guy to fall victim, which honestly, in the grand scheme of things, I'm pretty impressed that more people, that the amount of people have lasted this long without going over their 17 points. But yeah, just enough for Nico to go off track and pick up a couple of incident points there. So he'll be spewing.
Yeah, but you're right, that is impressive to get this far. Sorry, Ben.
apart from the obvious of the 4Xs and crashing and loss of control, you will get a lot less off tracks in the wet as you're just trying to avoid those painted lines. And the painted lines, of course, will be track limits up.
Yeah, true. Yeah, well, with the exception of yeeting into other cars, you did right. We must be getting into the closing minutes of this race, though, aren't we?
We've got
Yeah,
about
just
3 or 4.
yeah, just coming down to 2.5 minutes remaining. Rain certainly still coming down, so I don't think we're going to see any dry running. What's been absolutely remarkable is this guy out front, Stephen McCartan, over a minute and a half in the lead over Christian Jenkins. He's
Yeah, that's absolutely insane.
just been out there lapping, managing these conditions perfectly, and just blowing the field away.
Even had time for a cheeky pit stop in there with plenty of room to spare. So, yeah, no, the class of the field, mate. You definitely can't argue with that. You can be my Daytona 24 teammate anytime, buddy. Anytime.
I believe everyone will have had to have been into the pits to get some fuel. Certainly the service should have been set up that way so they needed to, but no compulsory pit stop as such tonight. Just yeah. Although I wonder if with the wet running, people may be using a lot less fuel. Maybe there was the opportunity for some of them to save and get to the end without stopping.
Yeah, potentially. Interesting to see.
Yeah. My data's certainly not going to be reliable, although I am seeing a lot of zero stops on there. Obviously, I was out of the server for a couple of minutes there, and I think it's probably only taking the data from when I joined back in anyway, as Blake Greenhill has a little bit of a moment there.
Oh, yep. Yeah, it looks like everyone's pitted except Leon Ware, Shane White and Wayne Bloor, which, as you're well aware, are not part of the race. So everyone other than that has at least come into that pit once.
Yeah, I was going to say nobody really cares about those Muppets anyway.
Nah, don't worry about those guys. No.
So I think this will be the final lap for Stefan. We're just gone under a minute remaining and still quite early on in the lap, so I don't think he's going to get back around before that time runs out.
Yeah, doubt it. No more crashes since then, that's good. Oh, Aaron Goodrick has just hit his 17 incident points as well, so he'll be taking a wee tour of the pit lane on the second to last lap. Bugger.
Yeah, well, depending on where he is on the track, he may have to just have that added post-race if he isn't able to get to pit lane. Time is up, so we are going to see Stefan taking the checkered flag as he comes around. Getting a face full of spray from the lapped car ahead of him at the moment. And now we can see him come around and take the win. Well done, Stefan.
Yep, very well done indeed.
And
beautiful race, man. Beautiful drive.
Absolutely nobody following him through for the next wee while.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure he still managed to finish it. Oh. One incident point. One incident point.
Wow, that's impressive.
Quinn Wilson asking for his black to be cleared. What was that for?
I'm not too sure, but presumably it's there for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh, is this Aaron coming into pit lane on the final lap? No, it's not an MRX car. It's someone coming to the pit lane on final lap. I think Aaron has come to pit lane because he's shown up in grey, so unless he's towed up to come into the line. And the issue with that is if he's trying to clear that penalty, it won't clear. He's going to lose time by coming to the pits, and it's still going to add time to the end, unfortunately. That was Dylan Shepherd coming across to take P1 in GT3. And Paul Blomqvist, that was not him. This is him coming to the line now. He takes out P2 in GT3. And at some point we're going to see the MRP car of Darren Lobb come over that line to round out the podium. There he goes.
There he goes indeed.
Michael van der Haas has made it to the line to take P2 and GTP, and Christian Jenkins was not far behind him at all in the end. Unfortunately we missed that little battle, but 0.06 of a second as they came across the line between P2 and P3. So,
yeah, not much in it. Very good.
Yes, it looks like everybody now has come across the line and finished up. We've got Thomas McCall out there doing some donuts, a couple of other cars as well, Dylan Shepherd and Jason Bigby. Impressively managing to make smoke out there.
Yeah. You get them hot enough, mate. It's all good.
All right,
Just-
and oh, sorry, carry on.
You both try and talk at once, and then nobody wants to talk.
Nope. Nah, all you, Ben. Go for it, man.
Next week for the HPR series, we are off to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park
Ooh.
in, you guessed it, Canada. And
Really?
that will be, yeah, well, didn't know, not very obvious in the name there.
No.
And we are doing a heat racing,
Ooh.
and then in the V8s, where are we, Leon?
We are at Interlagos, Brazil. We're going to Brazil, and I don't know how I feel about that track. I love it and I hate it all in one. I think it'll offer some pretty good racing. That's the way I look at it. I think it's going to offer some pretty cool racing for watching, and for the drivers actually. But yeah, it's a tricky place. You really got to have your wits about you. It can go wrong very quickly, especially in a V8, which has a tendency to oversteer, as you're well aware. And yeah, I'm in two minds about it. I'm in two minds about that. We shall see. We shall see.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Leon. It's a track I love watching Formula One at, and
Sure.
it does always put up good racing in anything. But yeah, I think from a driver's point of view, in a V8, it is going to be a massive challenge. So
Yeah. Oh well. Hey, we love the challenge, don't we? And I'm gonna give it a red hot crack with my one arm. I'm gonna give it a go. We can do it.
yeah, absolutely.
So,
I'm still impressed at the pace you're able to tune out in a V8 with one arm. I can't believe it.
yeah, but I've got this really good thing. So like, if I don't go fast, then I've got a really good excuse. So it works really, really well for me. It's be like, oh no, I've only got one arm, man. I couldn't catch the slide, or like, no, there's just no way. So yeah, that works in my favour.
So
So if it goes,
what you're saying is it takes all the pressure off.
yeah, absolutely. And if I go terribly, it's just like, oh, well, what was I supposed to do? I've got one arm, bro. What do you know?
Fair
But
enough.
I'm hoping to get back to racing properly in about a month. I'll be able to be a weight on it and get back to two hands on the wheel. So that'll be nice. Not shifting down with a button. That'll be very pleasant. Being able to use my shifter will, I think that will improve my quality of life quite a lot. So we'll see.
Yeah, very cool.
Mhm.
Well, someone who certainly didn't race terribly tonight and presumably had the use of both arms was Michael van der Haas, finishing P2, sorry, in GTP class.
Oosh.
Yeah, hey, cheers guys. Thanks for putting on a good show. Yeah, I had to use both my arms tonight. Yeah, I feel sorry for Mr. Jenkins. Apologies for pipping you at the line, but yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely do, man. It was it was pretty cool. Not much in it, that's for sure. But P2, you got to be happy with that, especially in these conditions. It's not an easy place to race in these sort of cars with that sort of moisture on the track for sure.
Yeah, so the start of last season, I just jumped into this car and the first race was in the rain at Suzuka. Love Suzuka, but I had to like sit it out because I just didn't have enough track time. They're really edgy in the wet. Absolutely love these conditions. I wish every race was like that. Not for position wise, but just for my own personal goals and satisfaction. I'm just a casual racer, so I just jump in. This is my only race each week, so yeah, I really thoroughly enjoy it. I love racing all the same guys each week. It just sets you up for some really close battles.
Yeah, really cool. We did actually miss that battle between you and Kristen. We were sitting on the start-finish camera as you would have come across the line, but we didn't quite pick it up until I looked at the results and saw the gap on there, and man, really close. Obviously, a good little battle between yourself and Kristen there.
Yeah, look, I came out of the pit slightly ahead of him, but I took on tyres, and I probably shouldn't have in hindsight. I took on 4 new tyres, so that's probably extra time in the pits, and then they're really mushy for, I don't know about other drivers, but I just find I cannot drive them for about 3 or 4 laps.
Yeah, you're not
And
the only one.
yeah, and so I sort of let him go, and then he sort of gapped me by about 8 seconds, and then I just spent the rest of the sort of, it was about 10 or 12 minutes left in the race, and I just, or maybe a bit longer than that, and I just sort of trying to slowly pull him down. In the last lap, I think he got caught up with traffic, and I just got up to his bumper. So it's the traffic that killed it for him, but you know, it swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it happens the other way. It happens all the time. So, no, very, very cool, man. You got to be happy with the P2, and I'm sure he'll be very happy with the P3 as well. So, I think it's good results all around.
Yeah, congrats to everyone. Stefan was in a league of his own, so congrats to him. And I'd just like to say a shout out to my wife and kids, Katie and Mila and Henry. Thanks for letting me race.
Love it. Love it.
Cool. Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Cheers, Michael.
Mate.
And it's looking like that might be our only interview for the night, with those technical difficulties. So we might wrap it up here at the broadcasting lounge in a very interrupted night. And we'll pass it over before Shane's PC blows up. I might need to get out of the blast radius.
We can certainly have a quick look at the results as well up on screen there. I won't bother running through it all, but we can bring them up on screen, and you can read through them, find your favourite driver.
And our Napa Auto Parts roving prize delivery maybe at the Blenheim Ferry Terminal. So it's getting up the country.
It'll be a late one for anyone that's going there, but definitely flick us a message. I'll respond, and we'll see where he's at.
And hey, if you're in the North Island, he's going to be there tomorrow. So anywhere between Wellington and Auckland, somewhere near State Highway 1, get yourself to State Highway 1 and meet up with Corey and get yourself a car care bucket.
Hoorah.
More likely an alcove, maybe 500 metres outside of Picton.
No, happy days. Well, thank you very much, Shane. Thank you for hosting us. It's a tricky night, but I think we managed to get it done in the end. Got back on. Life's good.
Yeah, we did. Sorry we missed a wee bit of the race, but once we got back in, it behaved itself. So even some little technical difficulties with the live button that made my job a little bit harder, but I managed to work around that, and that's another stream in the bank. So cheers to MRP for backing the HPR series. Cheers to Napa for sponsoring the broadcasting lounge and sponsoring this week's racing, and giving us that car care bucket for Corey to give away to some lucky stranger that's going to meet him on the side of the road somewhere. Remember when they used to say don't meet strangers off the internet? And of course, thanks to iRacing for providing the platform and giving us this awesome weather system. Although it did mess with my system a little bit, it gave us some great racing as well. So take the good with the bad, and cheers to everybody at home. I'm seeing plenty of comments in that comment section, so lots of viewers at home and lots of engagement, which is absolutely awesome. And cheers Leon and Ben for joining us here tonight. We will catch you all next time.
You're most welcome. Thank you very much.
And same here. Thank you very much.